Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity with Tri-X2. So, we are currently here in Elmshore. We have just won one fight, and we're hoping now to try and win this next fight. Next fight actually was two separate fights last time, and they got merged into one. Haha! Let him have it. Hopefully, manage to Aloth. Again, we're like all the others. This one's actually jumped up to a hello. Boom! And the game lags hard. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if we can do that again. Give him another good blasting. There we go. Here we go. Bounding missiles right in his face. Peter, are you actually... excuse me, hang on. Oh, I always forget I have Watcher powers. Right click for details. Yeah. What is this? Speak for the restless. Alright, terrifies. Should terrify enemies. Probably doesn't. There we go. Let's do that and blast those guys. Did we blast them? Game? Why are you lagging? Okay. Well, what is this? Unbending. Okay, here. Try knocking this chump on it. Oh, nope. Too late. How about knocking it? Yeah. Sit down there, chump. There we go. We'll stop that. Pick up all the forest troll stuff. And all that stuff.
Yes?
And then we'll go ahead and quick save. Let's back up a bit. The UI doesn't exactly scale fantastically, I notice. Right, so let's go over here. There's some usable mushrooms. So I notice we're starting to get pretty close to the release of Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. So I'm kind of interested to see exactly, because Aloth and Eater are supposed to be back, and there's supposed to be a third person whom we have yet to encounter who is back. Pella something or other. Like I said, I haven't encountered her, so I have no idea how her name's pronounced, nor do I have any idea. Uh-oh. Aloth? Arcane Assault. Hello. Fire at will. This is gonna hurt a lot. Whoa. How about some fireball? How about quite a lot of fireball, please? Can we get more fireball? Yep, we're totally gonna need more fireball. Somebody dead, I just didn't see who. Ejamax dead. Ah! Hey, no killing my fox. Bounding missiles? Why were you people? Itani, do you have any superpowers? Jolting touch, marked prey. How about that guy? Or, yeah. Can you do anything? Try knocking him down. You are almost dead, which is not a good sign. You're gonna want to do that. You kind of need a lot more fireball here. We need it to very carefully not hit us, because that would be awkward. Whoa! Okay, that was an instant kill. Excuse me, did I ask you to... we frozen. Okay. No, see, why are you... Okay. Gonna need some skeletons. Right. This appears to be an unwinnable fight, which is, awkward. Yeah. Okay. Well, that one's unwinnable, so... There's my menu. Tell you what, let's load the game. Yep. That was not the right save. That was very much not the right save. That's the autosave on entering, which is definitely not the save we wanted to load. Alright, so let's avoid that ogre fight. No, we need to load... Yeah, like I said, I didn't realize Pillars of Eternity referred to the link to the loading screens, which is, Let's load that one instead. I would really rather not camp, if only because camping supplies are a little thin on the ground until we reach the actual city. Alright, let's go over here. I think that's harvestable. It is. Oh, freaking lovely. Right. Game? Why are you lagging?
This isn't working!
Oh. What did you do? You have... Okay, we've been hasted. You are... I think I accidentally canceled his action. Here, light them on fire. There we go. Oi, 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 oi! Get back in the fight! Why are you... Yes. Let them have them. Yes, that's better. Why is the most effective one to do damage to these guys? That's a phantom. Phantom has no special magic tricks. Alright, primal water, huh? Pure and clear, between motion, you want to rest. Okay.
Yes?
Alright, stop being slow. Let's quick save.
Of course.
And head this way. I think this is what leads us up to the ogres. Which, again, fight I'd rather avoid. What is this? Oh, it's a bridge. An awesome bridge, by the way. Game? Why you freeze? I think I might have something running in the background that I don't really want to have running. Well, this is awkward. It appears to be the wrong side of the map. As does that. What am I missing? That we can take. Oh, hello, dying monk. We'll be with you in just a moment. There we go. Kill, take his hide. The man on the ground gasps for air, clutching his chest as he struggles. On closer examination, you see his red cloak obscures the full extent of his injuries. His face whitens as blood pools around him. Please, traveler. He reaches out, arduously extending his hand to you. What happened? forgetful, so careless. Blood seeping from his... He mutters, blood seeping from his lips, cuts on my knuckles from morning's practice. He holds his blood-soaked hand out in front of him. The Stilgars, they smelled the blood on me, thought they found their next meal. Man reaches down to clutch his left leg, his fingers running along a length of jagged bone protruding from his knee. They were almost correct. The man lets out a long sigh and smiles at you with a slow, knowing nod. You are known to us, Watcher. We know you have treated others honestly, fairly. His face becomes pale and lapses into a wide smile, and I have need of someone trustworthy to finish my mission. Tell me of your mission. This must be delivered to my order. The monk weakly grasps for his satchel, drawing from it a messenger's scroll case. Take it, he rasps, waving the missive at you. It needs to be carried to the celestial sapling. Give this to my brothers. They will reward you. Do not open it, he cries out, his voice cracking. The contents are for my brothers only. If the seal is broken, they will... Blood erupts from the man's mouth, streams of red oozing down his neck. His head slumps backwards, and his body goes still. Put the scroll case away, place it in your case, and pack and venture onward. Sealed missive, he dies. We get some gold, some lockpicks. Alright. I don't want to fight a will-o'-the-wisp, thank you. I think that was what we were waiting for in order to be allowed to move on. It was not, apparently. The bugger. Can we go up? No. Okay, Elmshore. Now you're starting to get on my nerves. Let's go over here. We're going to have to fight the will-o'-the-wisp. Not that I want to. Right. Over here. Well... Oh, not another one of you things. Oh, good. Freaking rain blight. Stop setting my wizard on fire. Okay, Mr. Wizard. Nuke them from orbit, please. The fact that incinerating my own party is admittedly a minor problem, but tolerable. Blast. Thank you. And necrotic lance on the greater range light, please. Oh, this thing's spawning them. That's not helpful. Give him another blast as soon as you can see him. Yes. And let's finish it off in style. Or not. Bestiary progress. Adra.
Yes?
That was it? Well, that was kind of a waste of... Alright, let's quick save. Location discovered, Adra Pillars. Well, that was helpful. Here, let's go loot this. And head down here, because... Oops, apparently we need to cross another bridge. Presumably we're exiting out the south side of this map. This is a pretty big map. Of course, there's ogres up there that we will have to come back and kill. Aha, here we go.
Anyone suspected of treachery must be reported at once.
Right.
Good, you have come. You have heard of the recent defections from our order caused by this apostate in Kratom.
A pale image of Theos beckons you with a curl of translucent fingers. And then he says that. An answer floats to the surface of your consciousness, remembered from ages ago. Yes, I have.
This is a dangerous woman whose lies spread like plague. She inspires chaos, sows conflict. Because of these unusual circumstances, I am speaking to all our initiates personally to ensure there is no more dissension.
You mean because she was one of us?
Who she was no longer matters. If her following continues to grow, there will be war, and all our work will be undone. You were recruited from Grey Tomb, were you not? You must have known this heretic woman, Yavara.
At hearing the name, a flood of memories pour into your mind. She was my mentor.
I pray her old teachings were less blasphemous than the new. Was it worthwhile, this mentorship?
I learned to be strong in my convictions.
Indeed. If she had held true to hers, we wouldn't be in this position. I am trusting you to remain loyal to the gods in this. If you do not, you will have greater powers than me to answer to. But you will answer to me as well.
Understood. Dirtbag. Alright, we don't really want to talk to the piggies. I assume that was what we were waiting for to be able to leave, but we're going to quick save just in case. This Theos guy's really starting to get on my nerves. Antelopes. What's this? Golden celery. Okay. I presume this is... Aha! Hearth Song. Yep. Better idea. Let's jump to Caed Nua. Takes us almost a day and a quarter to... No, a day and a third. No, day and a quarter. I have my... one day, 8 hours would be a day and a third. So let's jump back to Caed Nua and we'll rest at Bright Hollow so I don't have to worry about camping supplies. Again, we encountered another one of the Pillars of Eternity. Loading screen that just goes on and on and on. Hireling payday.
Not as beautiful as the Anguithan ruins.
Yep, I don't care, short stack. I really don't. 32 hours have passed, and the castle wants to talk. 2 turns? Okay. Not quite sure how turns are calculated, but whatever. Training grounds, resting bonus, damage reduction 2. I have a sneaking suspicion that I don't actually have to go all the way into Bright Hollow, but I'm going to anyway. Just because I adore being able to go in here to rest. Yeah, training grounds is working out for us pretty well. Fantastic, and nobody wants to have a conversation. Excellent. Alright. So... let's go. Actually, now that we've got access to the next part of the map, we should be able to complete that last...
I must say, I'm impressed.
Yeah, we should be able to... Nope. Tasks. Nalren the Wise. Ogre Shaman is to... Oh. Of course. Of course, of course. Yeah. Of course. Well, considering that we got completely TPK'd there, I think we will... Yeah, it's fine. We will probably be back at some later point to deal with the ogre. And presumably when we arrive, we'll be accused of some horrible thing that we didn't actually do. So, yay. Alright, here we go. Here is Heart Song. Travel to Elm, search for signs of Theos. Estremor, still.
Tread carefully, Estremor.
The warrior saunters over, a sneer of suspicion visible beneath streaks of paint. He glances at your gear before favoring you with a long look. Another fugitive from the burning city. The 6 tribes of Ire Glanfath welcome you to Twin Elms. Before you lies the Hearthsong district. You are free to explore it, but do not let your feet stray into the other districts. Those are forbidden to Estremorin. Why is it forbidden to enter the remaining districts? Twin Elms is a sacred city, built where the first keepers of the stone met the builders. It exists alongside the works of the builders, and it is the only place in all of Ire Glanfath where it is permitted to set foot amongst these sacred places. The Estremorin, however, do not have proper respect for the stones here. His words trigger something in your memory. You see an image of a perfect cube of Adra. Just as quickly, the image fades. A leader of one of the tribes could give you permission to the city. Only Anamenfath Bethel is present in the passage of the 6th today, and she has her own troubles. He jerks his head at a long hut in the middle of the district. You have other questions? I haven't heard of the Keepers of the Stone. The oldest of the 6 tribes. He points the tip of his sword at a long hut behind him, up the stairs and into the passage of the 6. This is where our Anamfatha gather. Bethel, the Anamfatha of the Guided Compass, can tell you more. The builders? You know them as the Engwithans. To us, they're the builders, creators of the sacred places that we guard to this day. Aha. What can you tell me about Twin Elms? The city is sacred to all Glanfathans, as it is the place where our ancestors first encountered the builders. That fated meeting turned our people from generations of wandering to a permanent home among the builders' relics. When the builders commanded us to settle here, they allowed us the unique privilege to live among their structures here. It is the only place in Ire Glanfath where this is permitted. Sacred City is divided into 4 districts: Hearthsong, the Commons District; Old Song, the site of our temples; Elm's Reach, home of Delmgen and Druids; and the Burial Isle, which is the most sacred place in the city. Tell me about Heartsong. This is Heartsong. Hearthsong. It is the place where Glanfathans and Estremorin may gather together. It is also the site of the Passage of the 6, where our tribal leaders meet. I hate that word. Can't pronounce it. He points to a large round building on at the other end of the district. That way's the market. Guard your purse there. No one bargains like a Glanfathan. And if you need a place to stay, follow the fence to the east. There you will find the way to the Celestial Sapling. Which temples lie in Old Song? There's Dunefrost, which is dedicated to Rimergand. A group of pale elves from the frozen Southlands arrived not long ago to oversee it. There is also the Nest, Temple of Hylia, and Galawain's Maw, a den of beasts dedicated to the hunter god. The route to the Burial Isle also lies that way. Elm's Reach? There lies Tyre Evron, one of the only towers of the builders still in perfect condition. 2 great elm trees twine around it. Even the mightiest works of the gods protect the works of the builders. 2 Delmgen sisters dwell there now. The Hall of the Warriors stands at the other end of the district. Rumor has it that that person, Seamok of 3 Tusk Stalgar, is there now. Elm's Reach is also where the Druids keep their halls. There are the Ovates of the Golden Grove and the Ethic Knoll of Blood Sands. Seriously, guys? Many shudder at the brutal sacrifices of the Ethic Knoll, but the High Ovate Erona is just as powerful in her own way. My watcher friend, Hirawas pipes up from behind you. I would be honored to accompany you to Elm's Reach to meet those druids, though I'm a bit wary of any circle with a reputation for brutal sacrifices. Really? Burial Isle? It is the place where our leaders are laid to rest among the stones placed by the builders. They say the souls of some of the leaders linger there still. The way lies through Old Song, the holiest place. It is the holiest place in all of Twin Elms. That's all I wanted to know. I'll keep your words in mind. Best that you keep your visit brief. Word has reached our ears that the riots have ended, and the gates of Defiance Bay have opened once more. Search Twin Elms for Theos. Right.
Twin Elms. I've never been this far into Air Glanfath before.
It did happen. The warrior saw the strange man break into Tyr Ebron. How could the Astor intruder sneak over the grounds into Elmshore? Well, we found Theos. That was quick. Stelgars. Tame Stelgar, I hope. Right. Okay, we have to talk to the guards, or we just go straight in? Nah, we can go straight in, it looks like. Excellent. We are, of course, going to have to do some sort of horrifyingly dangerous quest for her, but, well, you know, this is an RPG, and horrifyingly dangerous quests are what we do. Keepers, compass, cranes, Stelgars, arrows, and brambles. In this hall, excuse me. Twice split arrows, 3 tusk Stelgar. Here we go. All 6 Glenfathan tribes come together as one people, or at least tradition suggests we try to behave as one. Who are you? I don't care. Grave wounds fester on the deerwood, a moribund prey. Our prey. Oh, these are just the random symbols of the various tribes. Passage of the Six, Leader Council. Seriously, I'm not gonna try to frickin' pronounce that. Hello, you want to talk to me? Because
another Estromore. What do you want?
A middle-aged Orlan woman stands at the back of the longhouse, an expression of irritation on her narrow features. As you approach, she takes a decisive step towards you, and says that. Okay. Careful. Sagani leans in. Careful. This woman's young for an elder, and looking to prove herself, I think. I'm looking for another who passed through the city.
Few Estromoran are given the freedom of our sacred city. That you ask for this person is suspicious. There are reasons we don't let you Estromoran roam our sacred city. Reasons I am coming to understand.
Look, there's not anything you're going to do to stop me. At the end of the day, if I decide I want to wander around the city, wiping out an entire species is not really anything more than a speed bump. So, something happened recently, however, he says, being nice. More than I care to think about.
Looters have grown bolder at the sites of the builders. The people of Defiance Bay set fire to their own city. And every week, the 3 Tusk Stelgar bring news of more desperate settlers pushing at our borders, trying to escape their plague of Anolfane children.
The Hollowborn. Suddenly you feel the presence of someone else in the hall. The leader continues to glare at you, but something has stepped out of her skin. It reaches out to you.
Permitting more strangers the freedom of the city is out of the question right now. Go and be thankful that Anamphath Shemak doesn't sit in the passage of the Six today. He would not be so kind as I.
Okay, and dialogue and... what? A vision of an Orlan man appears near Bethwil. He has the same green-brown fur and hazel eyes as she does. Help me reason with them. He points behind you. Turning, you see the ghostly shapes of 5 other leaders. Another Orlan with tawny fur and a scarred face. A frowning dwarf. A black-furred Orlan and 2 elves. Who's the other Orlan? He looks just like you. A scowl creases her round face. Is this your idea of a joke? Your kind have no sense of subtlety. The spectral Orlan takes another step from her, setting his foot down with a slow, heavy motion. Tendrils of essence strain between them. He grimaces and leans forward as they're struggling against the gale. The angry leader winces. War. The spectral Orlan's voice is a rasping croak. They're headed for war. Remind them of Farewell's warning. Does Farewell's warning mean anything to you? Farewell's soul image gasps. Taut threads of essence tug at him, drawing him back into the leaders. He looks up at you again. I tried to tell them. The builder souls have touched even us.
You'd better explain yourself.
The two attending tribesmen look from the leader to you, their sword hands ready. Her slitted pupils narrow. You'd better explain yourself. The builder souls have touched even us.
There's no way you could have known this saying. Not unless you are a Galus on Anums, a watcher of souls.
Yes, I am a watcher. That explains much.
Feralt's warning came before the Broken Stone War. Feralt, my ancestor on my mother's side, was Anumfoth of our tribe then. When the Estromoric farmers defiled the builders' monuments, Feralt urged the other Anumfotha to patience, but louder, angrier voices prevailed. Feralt believed that the invaders could be taught to respect the builders as we do. He also believed the builders' souls had spread to all peoples, and that we should avoid needless conflict with others. More practically, he worried that a violent response would only spur further bloodshed across the generations, and you can see where we are today.
What do you mean?
While Feralt's words were shrewd, they were ignored back then. Simply remembering his warning now will not undo the wars and the changes that the years have seen. There is blood on these stones, and that is all anyone remembers now.
Sorry about that. An image of a polished adder cube flashes into your mind. There is writing on the sides, but the image is too faint for you to read it. The leader turns away from you and looks at the ground, gnawing a pointed claw. So give them something else to remember. She looks at you sadly. I'm afraid I already have.
Another Estromor came through here a few days ago, and, well, letting him through was a mistake. One I am eager not to repeat. The Guided Compass tribe has a reputation for being too soft with Estromoran, one that will not be improved by my failure to stop this man who has desecrated our most sacred sites.
That sounds like the man I came here to stop.
I won't repeat a mistake in my haste to correct it. We bar Twin Elms from Estromoran to protect the ancient places that the builders left behind. The builders left this heritage to us to defend, but they alone had access to it. On this much, at least the 6 tribes agree.
This is an annoyingly repeated theme. I really have to say that. Oh, they left it guarded, but don't touch anything, and then it turns out that we really need to touch that, and then it starts a frickin' war. You see again the polished adder cornerstone in your mind. This time the image is clearer. Each face of the stone is inscribed with a phrase you know by heart. You feel your lips form words. A gift from the builders of civilization to the guardians of their legacy. May the guardians watch the door, while the builders keep the key.
These were the words given to the keepers of the stone.
I know.
Very well. The city is yours to explore. Tell the guard at the gate that you come to see the cornerstone with the blessing of the Guided Compass. If the gods have truly returned one of the builders to us, find the Delimgon of Ter Evron in Elm's Reach. If the gods have sent you here with a purpose, the Delimgon will know.
In the meantime, I shall be here to assist you. Farewell. We'll ask her some more questions next episode, because just like every episode I've recorded today, this one has gone over time. So, this has been Pillars of Eternity with Triax 2. I will see you guys next time. Bye.